if you're not a sports fan, you probably haven't heard about this story, or maybe you have because it kind of transcends sports. There was a ball that was hit in a game between the Phillies and the Florida Marlins. Someone on the Phillies hit a home run. Uh, a father and son were together in the outfield stands. The father ran over to where the ball was and picked it up and took it over and gave it to his son, who was there with his glove. It's always it's always cute to see little kids with their gloves at the baseball game. I was like that too when I was young. I always brought my glove just in case a ball happened to come my way. So great heartwarming moment, right? But then of course it gets ruined by this individual that's come to be known as Philly Karen. Um, you can look it up, right? It's all over the internet. It's one of those internet sensations. Uh, yeah, so just look it up if you haven't seen the video yet and you're interested. This lady comes over, and I'm not going to make a big deal about her look. Um, she's kind of she looks like she might be related to Elizabeth Warren, um, but I'm not going to dwell too much on her look. But she's been called Philly Karen, so that's a there's a reason for that. She has a Phillies jersey on, and she resembles what's become known as a Karen. And she comes over, and there have been there were people closer to the action who were taking video who picked up what she was saying. She starts screaming at this guy, saying, "That was my ball. That was my ball. You took that ball away from me." Um, and she's saying this because the ball landed near her, and I guess she tried to catch it but failed. And the man went over to where the ball was and picked it up. And the rule is, with foul balls or home run balls, whoever has it in his hand, that's it. It's theirs. I mean, it's an unwritten rule, but that's the way it is. Just because it landed closer to where she was, and just because she wanted to catch it, doesn't mean that it was, you know, by rights hers. That kind of mentality is, well, it's what we have a little bit too much of these days. Let us say that kind of entitlement. But she comes over and she starts arguing, saying that ball should be mine. That's my ball. You took it away from me. And the thing about it is the father capitulates eventually. I mean, he's arguing back at first, but then he's like, this I don't want to deal with this crazy lady. This is traumatizing my son. And he sort of just makes a pragmatic decision to says, fine, give her the ball. And then she holds it up like she's like she did something heroic. She holds it up. Everybody in the stands around her hate her now. They're booing her, and she flips them off, and all this stuff happened afterwards. And they've since tried to identify her, and they thought they had, but apparently we still don't know who she is, or what her name is. If the if the what I've heard is to be believed, but I just wanted to focus on what the father ended up doing, which is taking the ball out of his son's glove and giving it to this shrieking harridan, this awful woman, just to de-escalate the situation, to stave off drama or whatever. No, you don't do that. You don't do that. I can guarantee you, if I was at that game and I had that ball, and she was yelling, and that lady was yelling at me, I would in no way give the ball back. And of course, she would make a scene, and then she would say, then she would blame it on me and say, look, you're making a scene about this. because that's what they do. That's the gaslight thing. Um, and I would say no. I'm just not. It's my. It doesn't. It's not your ball. You didn't get it. It's the credo. The code is first person who gets it. It's their ball. It doesn't matter that it landed near you, and you tried to catch it and didn't catch it. I mean, all that's silly. I can understand those saying, "Well, who cares about any of this stuff? This is also trivial compared to other things that are going on in the world, like the lady who got stabbed in the bus." And again, I would not, I would not disagree with you on that. But I do think there's something to be said. Well, for one thing, this is a little bit more fun to talk about than that story. Um, uh, but another thing is, though, that I think there is a principle there, and the principle is you don't give in to people who are trying to intimidate you into giving up what is rightfully yours, and especially not when your kid is involved. Now, the ballpark authorities tried to rectify things afterwards. They had somebody on the staff come up and give the boy a goodie bag of baseball stuff, and then afterwards the guy who hit the home run asked to see the kid, and so he went down to I guess near where the locker room was, and the player gave him his bat, the bat that he used to hit the home run. And so yeah, that's pretty cool. That's great that they responded that way. And maybe the kid, you could say he ended up getting a better deal than he would have if his father had insisted on keeping the ball. I mean, okay, I'm glad that things were rectified to a degree, but still, you don't capitulate. Um, and I understand that it's hard. I understand that thinking pragmatically, it's like, oh God, this woman is going to ruin. I'm just trying to enjoy a game with my son at the ballpark, and this person is going to ruin everything for me, and I just want her to go away. I'll give her what she wants. But when the minute you do that, you have given in. You have shown that you're just going to fold, and it's not over nothing. There's some things that where I don't know, if I can understand in certain circumstances being pragmatic and thinking, oh, this person is being unreasonable, but I'll just shrug it off and move on. Like you don't want to. Like road rage is, if somebody cuts you off on the highway, you don't just you shouldn't respond by accelerating and then trying to pass them and then flipping them the bird and escalating things. But this is not analogous to that. This is not a situation where it's you just somebody's being reckless and you just keep your distance from them. This is a situation in which somebody is behaving in a way where they are feel that they're entitled, and they feel that they can just push you around because they want the thing that you have, and they think they have a right to it when they don't. And it's just not true. That's not the case. So it's not that I don't understand the pressure this father was under in that circumstance, and I can see why, he's thinking this. Oh well, my kid's going to be traumatized by this now, so I just want this trouble to go away. I want this crazy woman away from my kid. I can understand that. I get that. But I would not have done it, and he should not have done it. If necessary, he should have. He should have, maybe moved seats. And if she continued harassing him, tell the authorities there. Say, this woman is harassing me and my son. You don't have to. You shouldn't punch her in the face or something like that, but you don't give that ball back. You don't give that ball, not back because she never had it. You don't give that ball to her. You don't give in to her. You don't give in to somebody who's a bully, who feels entitled. And that's, I I'm going to say the reason why I think this is worth talking about at all. The reason why I am talking about it is microcosmically speaking. This is the problem of why we're at where we're at today. Is there's too much of good, reasonable people just giving in to bad, unreasonable, awful people for pragmatic reasons. And I think that if you're a good, reasonable person, and you care about your kid, this is a great moment for him. He's got a home run ball in his glove. You're his hero. You just got him the ball. Don't take that ball away from your son and give it to this screaming, awful person. Again, there's more to this story than the story itself. So I don't know. That's what I'm going to say. Maybe some people are going to say that I'm insensitive, or that I'm are going to have some issue with what I'm arguing here. But I'm going to stick to my guns on this one. Thanks for watching.